All right, greetings everyone. This is Staying in the Light Society. My name is Kaiser. We're going to talk about quite a few things, not only about the new Pope, Pope Leo the 14th. Leo the 14th. And just other things that's been on my mind that I need to talk about leading up to that. So hold on, because the best is usually the last to come. There's a lot of things going on in the world today. As always, you don't know about it. It's the same idea of if you don't know, won't hurt you. So the way it's done is that this is a very tenacious power being held, and they know that if the people knew what was going on, there'd be an uproar. So when the phrase "what you don't know don't hurt you" is really what you don't know. What you don't know won't hurt them, because it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy to rule, especially when it's by force. Yeah, everything is by force. Only it's been made so natural and normal for you. You do it willingly. But my eyes been open. I can see, and I'm trying to show you what I've been seeing. It's a beautiful day at the same time. It's a beautiful day. Once you're in the right side, the side of truth, you become part of that beauty. And you look at all the sacrifice that were made by our ancestors. Not only the work they did, but they gave their bodies as a living sacrifice. And I used to wonder why they was always desecrate the bodies of our fallen heroes, our comrades, our fallen heroes, our friends. Did I say comrade? Well, let's just scratch that and say our acquaintances. Let's not use that word. That word may have some negative connotations for some people. But you can't undo what's been done. And remember the Indians where you used to scalp them? Uh, but look at people like Adam, what's the name, Till, how they disfigured this young boy face. But those are minor. Do you know what they did to the body of what's his name? Uh, Nat was it Nat Turner? I think it was Nat Turner. They they used the oil from his body to make soap, things like that. They just reduce you to the lowest term. So why was this obsession with destroying the body? I'm just telling a story here. True or false, you just go and fill in the blanks and do your research and you'll see if it's true or false. There's other people online These people telling these fantastic stories. You get down to the bottom, he says a disclaimer. Any resemblance to people living is purely coincidental. So I can say the same thing. Any resemblance to people living is purely coincidental. But the reason why they had to destroy the body because they knew that power they had, they could come back in that same body. So they said, well, they may come back, but not in this body. So that's why they were so determined to destroy the body, so it would not come back in that form. However, if your work is not done, if your work is not being completed, if you have not done what you are here to do, you will come back. It's like a mission. You're gonna keep coming back until you finish it, until you are successful. Yes, so now let's talk about this Pope for a minute, since we got quite a few people now in listening. He received the first thing he talked about was this letter he received from this African captain. What's his name? Abraham something. Yeah, he talked about this captain like he was, man. I mean, it's the letter was, he read it, seemed like over a half hour to read it, so it must have been over, seemed like it must have been 50 pages. So this captain wrote him a letter and told him all the things he thought about Christianity. I think he's a Muslim. I think he's a Muslim and somewhere in Burkina something. And he talked about how the religion was used as a war tactic, which I told y'all that already. And how the work that Jesus did, you know, Jesus, the one who they say the religion is about, he was always on the side of those who was occupied. He wasn't on the side of the colonialists. He was not with the colonialists. He was with those who were colonialized. But somewhere the script got flipped. The script flipped and made you think that he was on the side of the colonialists. And in other words, making the religion complicit and sanctioning colonialism, because it very well was. There's written accounts of people being forced to convert to Christianity or be put to death. Y'all know that? No, because you haven't done your research. You haven't done your study. So all these things the president was talking about to this Pope. And the Pope was saying, yes, you're right, you're right, you're right. I'm going to change all that. We're going to change. Oh, he said he repented. Yeah, he repented of all these ways that Christianity was used to enslave and colonize people and the murder that took place in the name of Christianity. This Pope repented for all the sins committed in the name of Christianity. I know some of y'all thinking, well, he's Catholic, yes. But you didn't know the Catholic, the Pope is the head of the Christian church? No, you didn't know that. Well, now you know. So, yeah, I found that was very entertaining. It still may be online if you find it. Listen to it, and you will find out things you never knew about the religion, Christianity. This President Abraham tells them about it, and the Pope reads it and says, "Yes, we repent of that. That's true. What you're saying, we repent of that. We're going to turn over a new leaf." So, need y'all, I will ask y'all to get this speech and copy it. Get a hard copy, meaning get it written out or preserve it where you can have it, because we're going to see what this new Pope does if he keeps his promise. Okay? And I think this is an American Pope. I don't think they ever had an American Pope before. But I think he came in at the right time because America is going through a lot of phenomenal changes nowadays. A lot of changes. Good, some good, most not too good. But it's going to work out. It's going to work out to the benefit of the people it's supposed to work out to benefit. For one thing, I want to emphasize is that with all the immigration reform and people not able to come here from Asia, this is not something new. Ever since the Nationality Act back in the 1860s, they had kept Asians from coming here. And Africa was considered a part of Asia at one time. You didn't know that? Yes, you, the original Asiatics. But somehow the name got changed to Africa. Now, what is Africa? Scorpio africanus, I think he had something to do with defeating cannibal. Cannibal was the one who crossed those Alps and was fighting against Rome. Or at least this part that Rome occupied. Speaking of cannibal, have you noticed how all of these heroes that we have, their names are besmirched? When you think of cannibal, if you do a research on cannibal, what's going to come up now? Cannibal Hector. Cannibal Lecter was a cannibalist. He ate people. And he has the name Cannibal. Hannibal, excuse me. Hannibal is associated with being a cannibal. You see how they do? I see things like that. And there's other examples I give you from time to time. But we're going to cut it short. We didn't got our limit here. We don't go too long. See if we got some interesting comments from the family. No, that's good news. So if you get some comments later, think about them. Let me know what you think. I'm always interested in what you think. A lot of the video was, I found out they was privatized. So I'm making them all public now. Go back if the ones you try to make a comment and you couldn't, go back now, you can. Okay? 'Cause we want to let you know what we're doing on the private in the private membership. That's why we're over here. All right. Thank you. Peace, everyone, and keep studying. Keep your discipline. Don't be distracted. Let nothing make you weak. Stay strong, and you will be successful.